my channel. Today I'm making a few of our favorite goodies for Thanksgiving. I'm gonna be sharing the recipe that I like to use to make pumpkin bars with cream cheese frosting. The cream cheese frosting is thick and it's creamy. They are so delicious and just a family favorite around here. So that's what we're gonna be making today. I'm also making my pecan pie bars, but I'll share those in a separate video so that people looking for pumpkin can find pumpkin, who are looking for pecan can find pecan bars. Take a quick second to say welcome if you are new to my channel. My name is Stephanie and I like to share cozy homemaking videos, seasonal home decor, home tours. I also like to share baking and comfort food recipes. If you're interested in any of that or all of that, then click the subscribe button down below to join me, and make sure that you say hi in the comments so that I can personally welcome you to my YouTube family. All right, let's get going on these pumpkin bars. We're gonna be using our KitchenAid. I've got the whisk attachment because we're about to beat some eggs, but if you don't have a mixer, you can use a hand mixer or a hand whisk. Just make sure that you have a separate bowl for your wet ingredients. So we're gonna put 4 eggs in, and I always have them in a bowl just so I can put the shells here without a lot of mess. All right, so we have all 4 eggs cracked in there. I've had really bad luck with eggs today. I broke one in the crease of our freezer, and that was a nightmare to clean up. I just do a quick shell check, and then we're gonna whip these until they are foamy. All right, so that's what it should kind of look like. And what we're making here is we are actually making the cake itself. You guys saw in the intro, I sat out my butter and my cream cheese and we are getting those softened, but we're not making the frosting yet. So we're first making the cake. So the eggs are ready to go. They are foamy. I've got a bowl right here and we're going to switch out this attachment. So if you're hand mixing, you would switch tools over to maybe more of something to mix with. We'll switch to this attachment if you have the KitchenAid. I'm gonna add 2 cups of sugar. Have this pre-measured out so you guys don't have to watch me measure. The oil, 1 cup. This is vegetable or canola oil. And then we're gonna add this can of Libby's pumpkin. You don't have to have Libby's, but you do want pumpkin puree, not pumpkin pie filling. I have this little set of 3 spatulas that I got at Bed Bath & Beyond, and these have been lifesavers, especially for frosting things or getting things out of cans. I'm gonna use this green one and get every last bit of this pumpkin into the batter. All right, pretty good. You can really get every last drop. I'm gonna get some of this down from the sides a little bit more. Just make sure it's all down there and ready to be mixed. We've got the sugar, pumpkin, and oil. We're gonna beat this on like a medium speed, just like this, for about 2 minutes. For the dry ingredients, I'm using this bowl to just combine flour, baking soda, baking powder, cinnamon, and salt. Sift these together just to get a little bit better of a mix. Ready to go and add into the wet mixture. All right, already smells so good. So this is what it should look like at this point, a little bit thin and very orange. So we're gonna add these dry ingredients to the pumpkin mixture and we're gonna add them very gradually. What I like to do is use a scoop, so like a 1/2 cup, and then you just add it in from the side and then mix. And then get another scoop. We'll just keep mixing that in until it's all combined. It's really important that you get these dry ingredients mixed beforehand, just because you don't want them to all be in one spot. You want them nicely incorporated in the mixture. Stop for a second. It looks so good. Just scrape the sides, get this all off the sides. Then we're gonna add the rest of what's in the bowl. And mix again. Okay, so I mixed that for about 1 minute until everything was really combined. Wasting a lot of dishes. That is my husband's biggest complaint, is that I make a lot of dirty dishes when I bake, but the outcome is delicious. All right, so we're just gonna get these sides clean, give it just kind of like a final stir, And we are ready to transfer this over to the pan to bake. Okay, so our oven's preheated. This is an 11 by 17. It's actually more like a 12 by 18 jelly roll pan, but this is the size that you want to use. They will produce like a little bit thinner of bars. It's like a thin cake kind of, and then we'll put the frosting on top. But as soon as this is in the oven, we'll start to work on the frosting. I like to use this pan baking spray. So just give it a good coat. Use a paper towel to just spread it out. And make sure even the sides are coated with the spray. You can use regular pan, any kind of oil, Crisco to grease the pan, but you just want your pan nicely greased. We're gonna add the batter. I'm gonna kind of pour it here in the middle, and then we'll use the spatula to spread it out. Sorry for the background noise. My husband must be right outside this wall. We're getting all the fall leaves up just so that our yard stays in good shape. So can't really do much about that. It's just kind of that time of year. I like to have a big glob in the middle and then just spread it right out. Kind of slowly just push it out to where it fills up those corners. Sure, if there's any really tall areas that you just move some batter over until it's pretty even. This looks ready to go and smells delicious. We're going to pop this in the oven and bake it for 25 minutes and get started on that cream cheese icing. The cake is done. I'm gonna set this on the cooling rack and let it cool to room temperature. You wanna make sure it cools completely before adding any frosting. So for the icing, we're gonna put in 2 sticks of butter. And I've had these out softening for a couple of hours now. And then we're gonna put a whole package of cream cheese, a couple of teaspoons of vanilla. We're gonna beat together the cream cheese, butter, and vanilla until they are creamy. Do not have a KitchenAid, just like earlier, you can use a hand mixer as well. A whisk would be pretty hard for this. I don't think you could whisk this together, but you could use a spoon and mix it really well together to where the cream cheese and butter are fully combined. Okay, so I've got 4 cups of powdered sugar here in this bowl. I'm just gonna gradually add this. All right, I'm gonna crank the speed up a little bit more, but just 1 scoop at a time until you've got all 4 cups of powdered sugar in there. All right, we've added the rest of the powdered sugar and we're just gonna combine this and then we will add this to the top of the cake. All right, the frosting is ready, so we're gonna put this on the cake. We're gonna put this down in big globs using this tool and we'll spread it out. Don't put it down in little bits because the cake will lift up with the frosting. Perfect, but we're not gonna mess with it because the more you do, you'll see more lifting. I already have a few little spots that started to lift, so you don't wanna do that. This is a very, very moist cake, so the more that you mess with the icing, you'll see those chunks of the cake. Now we're gonna add the nutmeg on top to just make this pretty, and then we will refrigerate the bars. All right, so these are ready to go in the refrigerator and then we will cut them into bars. And I do like to cut them into squares and smaller rectangles. That way people that don't want such a big piece can kind of grab the smaller pieces, but we're gonna refrigerate this first for a while to let this frosting set. And just a couple of hours works. Even 30 minutes will do a lot of good. So we're gonna pop this in the fridge and let that set. These look so delicious. We are going to go enjoy. I'm actually gonna be making a few plates to drop these off at family and friends' houses. And like I mentioned, I also baked pecan pie bars today, so I will share that video right here if you wanna go watch that one next and check out that recipe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Well, I'm all for Christmas, all the happy smiles and the wishes, and I want it